The sun still hadn't climbed above Maple Hill, a quiet American town nestled between stretches of pine ridges and wide-open fields. When Daniel Avery stepped out onto his front porch, the early autumn air brushed past him cool enough to stir his senses. Carrying the faint smell of dew on wild grass, Daniel lifted his coffee mug and looked across the silent street toward the small white house belonging to Miz Eleanor Reeves. She was 72, sharp as a blade, as stubborn as any farmer around, and known to the whole town for both her generous heart and her remarkable memory of local history. Just the evening before, Daniel had been driving home when he spotted her sitting stiffly on her porch, gripping her ankle with a pained expression. He hurried over without thinking twice. She insisted she had only slipped on a loose step, but once he helped her into the house, he noticed the swelling. Ignoring her stubborn claims that she could walk it off, he drove her straight to urgent care. The doctor confirmed it was just a mild sprain, no fractures, but advised her to stay off it. Daniel made her promise she'd call if she needed anything. Still, he didn't wait for that. He called her the next day, and she actually wanted to talk more than he realized at the time. That morning, after finishing his coffee and grabbing his jacket, he dialed her number again. She answered on the fourth ring. Daniel. Her voice sounded warm, though a bit rough with sleep. "Morning, Miz Reeves? Just checking in. How's the ankle?" "Still attached," she answered dryly, followed by a soft laugh. "But since you're calling, there is something I was wondering if you might help with." Daniel smiled to himself. "Name it." There was a brief silence, gentle, uncertain, unlike her usual fearless tone. Then she said, "I want to do something before the Heritage Festival. Something important." Daniel rested his elbow on the porch railing. "Of course. What do you need?" "I want to open the old community hall again," she finished. "I want to bring it back. I want the town to have a gathering place like we used to. I can't manage it on my own. I was hoping you'd help." Daniel blinked, taken aback. The old hall had been untouched for nearly 15 years. It stood at the edge of town beside a cluster of maple trees, abandoned ever since a roof leak and storm damage left it unusable. People had mentioned fixing it countless times, but no one ever followed through. Not the town budget, not committees, not even volunteers. "You want to restore the whole hall?" Daniel asked, genuinely impressed. "Yes." Her voice steadied with determination. "And I want it done before the festival next month." Daniel let out a quiet laugh. "You're feeling ambitious for someone with a sprained ankle. Sure you want to take this on?" "Age doesn't stop wanting," she replied. "And besides, someone has to start. This community needs a gathering place again. I've waited long enough." He could hear the conviction in her voice. She'd always loved this town deeply, and she'd seen it through everything: growth, slow decline, and the calm stillness it lived in now. The community hall had once been the heart of every birthday party, fundraiser, graduation, dinner, and holiday potluck imaginable. Daniel had celebrated his 9th birthday inside those walls. "All right," he said. "I'm in. I'll swing by in an hour and we'll figure it out." "You're a good man, Daniel," she murmured. "Thank you." He ended the call, feeling a warm sense of purpose rising in his chest. Dash, dash, dash. By mid-morning, Daniel stepped into Miz Reeves's cozy living room. Family photos crowded the mantle, snapshots of her life. 2 daughters living out of state, a late husband with gentle eyes, and dozens of pictures from Old Town events. Her home felt like a small museum of Maple Hill's heart. She sat back in her recliner with her ankle elevated on a pillow, a notebook resting across her lap. "Sit," she said. "Sit," she said, motioning him closer. "We've got work ahead of us." Daniel lowered himself into the chair with a small grin. "Okay, show me what you've got."